Welcome guys to one again video of our Bugspat. If you haven't still subscribed the channel, go and subscribe it up. Please hit the like button and also the bell button to get the notifications today as early as possible. So today's topic will be a most interesting thing about Bubsuit, how to configure it up and how to set up all of this. So before that, let me tell you just some of the things. Let me just close. So drive google.com, so you can come to the drive and here is the Buffsuit Pro link. Well, this is the Buffsuit Pro which I am using. You can go and download it up and let me show you the. Before that, you request Java to be download, and you can download the Java from here, and the Java should be above 8 version. It should be 11 or something like that. You can go it up. So let me show you just cmd Java. So you can see, let me do Java test. So okay, so here I can see the, let's check for the Java jar file, and all these documents are being there. So you can see like my system Java is already being installed. If your Java is not installed, let me just check for the Java one. Java dash So my Java version is 1.8.0, and you can check the build version and everything which I am using for mm, doing the Bubsuit. So let's start with the Bubsuit Pro and how to install it up. After downloading, let me just delete this file because this is enough. You will be getting this two file. As you can see, there is a disk to Bubsuit Pro and Bubsuit load keygen. So first of all, you will get this two file. So what you need to do, you need to start Bubsuit and you need to start this. If you're doing for the first time, you can check it out, and the license and all these things are given. So here you can see enter your license key, and so what you can do, you can do the same, copy it up, copy it, paste it. Next, the supported license was not recognized, so let me do one thing, license to, sorry, and then you can check it out. This is the license. Let me just copy it out. Next, the license was not recognized, please try again. I think I have done already, so let me just run it out so you can see my Bubsuit is running. But what you need to do, why, because I think the last like my register is already being installed out. So what you can do, what you need to do, first you need to go open this file. You will be getting the license. Let me just wait there. Then you open it, you need to enter the license file here, copy this license file, enter it up, go for next. Here you will be setting the activation request. The activation request, you can copy it and you can paste it here, and then you can like, don't close it before, close it afterward, and then you can run it out. And from the next time when you will be starting the Bubsuit and all these things, so what you need to do, you need to do it from directly, like you don't need to open the let me just close it out, the Pro one. Just run the keygen and start for the run option. Okay, so after like getting into, wait for a bit, I'm stuck with my headphone wires. So after you will be getting a say, there will be a temporary project new text on the file open existing. So I will be starting with the temporary, or if you wanted to continue your Bubsuit project, you can name it out the file and this thing. So I will be working with the temporary, so it will be saved in the temporary file. I use Bubsuit default here, start burp. So it will be using Bubsuit default, and you can see the license is being given to as what is given, and you can check it out. So here you can see this type of extensions or this type of interface. There upside you will be seeing this the proxies, spiders, scanners. This you won't be getting it up because the bug bounty free, because I have installed it up. I will be telling you how to install the packages and all this thing. So first thing what you need to do, you can go for a Firefox. And in Firefox, the first thing which you need to do is to install a add-on which is called proxy. It can be anything. So how to install it? You can write proxy. So you can check it out the first link, and you can go and add to Firefox. It's added on my Firefox. You can see it out. You can go and add it out in Firefox. So after adding it up, now how to configure this? So what you can do, you can turn on the intercept, turn off the intercept. The second thing, like here the main thing which we are working with the proxy one, so you can come with the HTTP history, WebSocket, and the options. So you can check out the interface options. If you are having something running on port number 8080, you can actually like add one, and then you can bind to port and the IP should be there. Okay, so that's totally depending on you, pre-host certificate and all this uh, things. Okay, the second most thing is that let me just open Firefox. What you need to do, you need to install a setup here. Let's go to options. You can see this option. Let me just delete this to first. So let me add a one. I will be adding the title will be URP, but this will be HTTPS. What you can do with HTTPS and SSL. You can go with the proxy 127.0.0.1. The port number is 8080. Username and password, you don't record it, you can save it out. So you can see, like if I do now, you can see there is a burp option. Let me just do a thing, and let me just try that the requests are being capturing or not. Let's check it out. Sorry. So here no intercept or no request, the burp is placed out. So I think somehow the WebSocket option this is available. Okay, let's just do one thing. Let's just configure it up again, edit, and change the SSL to HTTP only, and now save it up. And now just have a reload of this side. Intercept off, on, and then hit enter. So we can say yes, it is working on the HTTP, not SSL HTTP, but sometimes this is the older version, so for the newer one it is working on HTTPS also. It is a request you can carry forward, and you can get the interface out. Okay, so now the most important thing is that what you need to do is HTTP HTTP //burp. You need to go and you need to do it up, or you can directly type this HTTP burp, and here you will be getting a CS certificate. You need to download it up, and the CS certificate will help you to do it, and you need to import it. So how to import a CS certificate? You can go and you can go the like in the general options. You can go down, or you can definitely like find CERT certificates. You can see it out, view certificate. There you can import the file where you have download. I think it's downloaded in the desktop, or it can download in the download files. Let me just check the download. So here it is. You can open it up. This certificate is already installed for me. You need to install it, and you need to click it out. Now you can actually go and do all these things whatever you want in the workflow. Like you can go and check for, let's say, okay, let's go and check for google.com and hit enter. The request will be capturing up here. You can go carry forward, you can make the intercept off, you can get the request and response and everything. The second most thing which the coming up is the, like here you will be getting the target option. So what is the target? Let me tell you up. Like now I am available in the google.com, but like the google.com has called how many things, or the history, you can check it out. You can check for this, you can check for like, let's say the because I am using Mozilla, so it is calling some APIs of Mozilla's update, Firefox, and all these structures. So accounts.google, because it is asking for the sometime login, checking for if the account is login or not. So you can check it out and all these things. Then it's a sitemap basically, and then you can add a scope. What is scope? Let me tell you. Like I wanted to see only include scope, and you can say let's say www.gle.com. Okay, so yes, so if I go to sitemap, or if I go for a like scope, and then if you go for this, and so what will do, it will actually focus on you like google.com. So you can see all the google.coms where it is accepting. Okay, it enabled. So let me just do it up. You can see all the scope has it to like google.com in the front, and then you can see it's totally like a filtered option. You can do, you can remove. What happened, you can like after getting into the sitemap or in the scope, it will make you to focus on the particular domain which you are hunting on. Let's say you are hunting on xyz.com, so you can add like xyz.com or http or something like that, https.xyz.com, and then you can add it up, and like answering yes will always take the same, and then you can go and check it out. Like you can see log out and out of scope is disabled, re-enable it. So I am re-enabling it, and as we don't have a xyz scope, so I will remove remove it. Okay, don't take tension. So by this way you can like include a scope, exclude a scope, or in advanced option you can see the port number and the files, like the particular file index dot, you are focusing on index.html or index.php or index.jsp something file. You can write the file, port number, ip, protocol, enable, and this is the advanced uses. Now let's come into the proxy having a four options. You can check it out. Let me just get some response from here. So intercept is off. So if we are turning like the intercept on, that means it will be accepting all the requests which you have made in the Firefox. It will be showing it here, and what you can see the request response, what it has been made into this in the Google, like the before request, or like previously what request you have done. The WebSocket will be helping you to the getting the history, like if there is message or redirections or something like that. Okay, and the options I told you about, the configuration, or and here you can intercept client like a file extension request, or like it's totally depend on you, doesn't match. You can filter it up, intercepting server responses, and there are a hell lot of things you can configure this, and this is only for the intercept or the proxy. But okay, now let's come into Spider. I think Spider has been removed from the recent version of burp. But what do spider actually render the website, and it get all the files and everything. If I start spidering, and like you can see the spider is running, but there will be 0 1. Why I'm telling you, because the control one I use custom scope. I need to add a scope. Okay, because this scope I haven't been given. Let me add, let's say https ggle.com, and after custom scope, if I do start spidering, so it will spider is running. Wait for a minute. Okay, so spider is running. It will be telling you how much request made, how much bit is transfer. You can see bit transfer, request made, and all these things. So it will be showing you options, or there will be like any monitoring options. You can say there is a node or a host branch, or there is anything which you need to find it out using like a word browser target applications, and like basically it's a rendering function, so you can do it on your own basis. So I have done the spidering, showing you up options. There are more options what you need to match first data or first, like I told you, these are the basic filters where you can do it up. Now let's coming to the scanner. Basically it's issue tracking activity, and basically it's normally a scanner. You can check it out, like what like this here we are having with the strict transport security not enhanced. The issue has been described, and the issue recommendation is also being described. So basically these are the some level, or HTML does not specify character list, or there is first send origin request like this. You can see like what happens, CORS, vulnerability and all these things. So you can go and you can check for basically a small level of vulnerability which they are having the flag only. Okay, so it's depend on live scanning. Do not scan, use custom scope, or use the scope that you're using, or do not scan, do not scan, or you scan everything. That's totally depending on you. You can go with OS SQL. Basically you can check for out, and you can read it out what are the vulnerability CV numbers and basically the path transfer. So what it will does, like if you are searching anything, so basically it will check and it will go for, if there is any vulnerability it will check it out, it will tell you that yes, this is the vulnerability and all these things. And in the options again we are having URL to bodies, and these some of the advanced options which you need to check it out. You need to check like if you are only searching for command OS, just only check for C command OS. If you need for HD put method enable, only check for the put method enable, and so on. Like you can check for like here I have checklist, or by default it is coming with full of the checklist. You can go and checklist according to your vulnerability list. Okay, now let's come to the intruder. All of you know like we use for like multiple response, or one like what we can say, one parameter can have let's say we have a parameter say name, and the name can be xyz abcd blah blah blah. So we are basically using the brute force option here. So for intruder I will make a different video with this. Now coming to repeater, what you can do in repeater, let's capture the request once again, and intercept is off. Let's say okay, intercept is on, and you can actually do what you can right click also, and to send it to intruder the shortcut is control I. You can see the intruder is marked as red, and you can check for it. And to send this to repeater the shortcut is control R, or you can right click and then you can go and send it to the repeater. Okay, so what happens in the repeater, if you go and send it, so it will be telling you the response, and it will be like numbers of time you are changing anything, you are changing any data, and then you can go for it. So basically you don't need to like intercept multiple times, rather you can intercept one time, and you can make that request into the repeater, and you can get the response. Sequence is the sequencer word, basically you don't need it. The decoder option, basically what type of encoding and decoding, decode as or encode as is given out. Compare extender, here you can go with the extender, like what are the extension which we are using. Basically I am using here to bypass WF and bug bounty scanner bill checker. So you can use this too, or you can like go and check for other availability also. Okay, so how to install some of the things, let me just tell you. Extender, come here, you can go for add, you can select the jar file, and you can get into it. Or the second most thing is that you can let me tell you one thing what you can do. You can go with the user. Okay, no yeah, let me just the bwap story. Yeah, app store here, in the extension only you are having app store. You can click any of the one, and you can click on install, so it will be installing according to the for APIs you can go with the APIs option. What are the API packages, you need to do it out, and basically if there is anything which is not being installed, you can go and install it according to your preferences. And definitely there is again a additional one, Java, like the options one. So basically for this options you don't need to change anything. Let it be system default, or if you want, like if you want it to be into advanced scanning or something like that, you can go and check it out. The project option, basically before like we got a three option how to like there is add or something like that. So platform authentication, user overhead, blah 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 sets are there, you can go and check it out. So guys, here I am closing with the first part of Bubsuit. Second, like the second part of Bubsuit will also be come. And till the time, if you haven't subscribed, please go and subscribe to my channel. Till the time, tata, bye bye. See you guys again on the next video.